Today we're going to review the Lego City Cargo Train. Let's get it unboxed. Okay, let's get this unboxed. Alright, looks like we have some instructions here and some stickers. We've got the tracks over here, all the bags, 7, 3, 2, 8. That's everything. Here's bag number 1 that contains the little cargo truck. Let's get it built. Alright, here's the completed truck. Comes with a little trash can here and a little bin. You can pop the top on it, put the spare parts in here, same in here, and then you got this little dolly that you can clip in just like that was, and then a single driver. There he is. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay, for step 2 of this build, we need to put the batteries in the remote as well as the battery compartment here, which all comes in this box. So in here we have the wheels for some of the train parts. This is like, I don't know, the controller. There's the battery box. And also inside we have the remote. We'll pull that out here and then pop the batteries in. What the battery pack looks like, it does require a screwdriver to take apart to keep the little kids out of there. You just pop this thing in, take 6 AAA, and then 2 more for this guy. I mean 3 more, sorry. Alright, here's the cow car. Let's get this one built and have a look at it. This is the cow car here. It comes with a little farmer, this bucket that has some milk in it. This little stud is very loose. It'll just fall out if you dump it. You have your little steer with some hay, simulated hay, and a little feed bucket. These little gates are pretty cool because you can just flip them up and they'll all snap into place. So each one is held by at least one little snap in. And then these are the steps that you could use. You could just flip these all the way down, and this would just simulate a little gated area for your steer. I noticed once this thing is on the track, it sure is smooth when you give it a little push. Almost silent as well. It has these steel axles. As you can see, they come separate in a little white box that you can pop open and put the wheels on and then pop them into place there. And then these little connectors here are magnetic, so they just snap together with the other train cars really easily, and they're on each side of each car, so depending on how your little engine is set up, you can push or pull with it. The cable car with the cable bundles, or at least that's what they look like to me. These are supposed to be electrical spools, I assume, because of the sticker that's applied here. These are on little pallets. The spool itself is nothing, just some bricks. You have this little chain that you can use for loading and unloading with the crane. These are the pallets that can be lifted off with the forklift, which we'll get to on the next one. These spools simply lay in place on the little fence pieces here. You just simply plop it right down and it just will rest like that. Again, same type of construction here with the little steel wheel axles, and then very smooth on the track. This is the last car here. This one has the a little fuel tank on here, as well as the wheelbarrow right here, and your little forklift. The forklift is pretty interesting. It uses a rubber band so that you can push down and it'll lift it back up. You could definitely probably launch something with that. It also utilizes this little roll cage here that you just peel back and you can take your minifig out. These are the pallets that the forklift is supposed to use, and you can just slide it through like that and then lift up and collect it. It's secured in place by these 4 single stud bricks. When your forklift has the pallet on, you could lower it like this or place it however you want on your truck, or we could just launch it in the air like that. This is the fuel tank. You can see the construction is pretty simple here. These will just pop off, and that's basically only those 2 little studs holding it on both sides. Let's move on to the engine. Okay, now the engine is pretty cool. It utilizes this remote control. This one right here controls the speed. You just wind it that way or that way to change direction, and this would be stop. The left side does not appear to do anything. This works on infrared, so this must be pointed at the infrared receiver of the engine, and that can be kind of tricky sometimes depending on how you have set or which direction the train is facing. So I'm going to back this train up here, and it's pretty controllable. You can make it go pretty slow and very quick as well. So here's the slowest speed right here, and you can see it just connected up with the magnetic little junction connectors there. And then this is the train itself. You have 2 large doors right here that house your minifig, as well as this lift up front end here, so you can get in there. You can see the little dials and gauges in there, as well as the single headlight. The panels on the side here are just one large piece that you attach these to, as well as these little details here, which are exhaust or whatever. And then right here is the power button. You can see there's a little green light in there to let you know it's on, and you can just push right here to turn it off, or wherever. This whole piece right here is the on button, so push that down, the green light is on, and then we can just give it some gas and it will go away. Let's speed it up a little bit. Alright, let's give it full power. Very nice. I didn't lose it around the corner. Alright, let's take a look at the little loading station, which is right here. You can bring your train in and you can stop it depending on wherever you want. We could use the crane on top to lift some of the loads off or place them on. And the cool thing is that the little gantry on top is fully mobile with these little disc wheels that run on these tracks, and they're also located on the other side right here. And so this whole gantry can move left to right, and then you have your little hoist right here, and we can take our little chain here and hook it on to simulate lifting the thing off the train and then slide it over. And then we could load it up onto our little truck here. Back this thing right in. And then lower the load right onto the bed of the truck. Makes for some pretty cool playtime for the kids. Yeah. We can also use our little forklift here to pick up the pallets off the train, load them onto the truck here. It's kind of a tight space though. Might be kind of hard for people to get around in. But you can see some of the details here. We have the simulated lights here, as well as the entry door that's right here. Just open that up, little glass door here. And then you have the little office right here. As far as how the crane is controlled, we're not really sure how that's done. I guess maybe by this computer down here. There's no operating controls on top of the crane or anywhere else. Let's have another look on the other side. I think it's a pretty cool little unit. More lights right here. But yeah, this is a pretty cool setup, I think, overall. And I currently found this one on discount on Amazon. I think it's the going rate, not actually discounted, but it's running for about $124, which is pretty expensive for a set, but it is a full play set, and I think combining this with other Lego toys would really give you hours of fun. The track is limited in size. You can see what it looks like here. And then one thing I didn't touch on yet were these little tracks that change direction. Right here, just flip the switch and the train will bypass going into the loading area. I'll show you. There you go. Just goes right around it. We could even flip that one right there and then back the train up. And I don't know what direction it's going to go, but let's see. Yeah, it's just going to go around here. So the train will constantly maintain its direction until you tell it to do otherwise. I think with some additional add-on tracks, you could have a pretty cool setup going. Anyway, let's give this thing full speed. And that's it.